Go. Boom. All right, continue. All right, so last time, we know what happens once I get into character. I barely talk. Last time, we were about to start the trial. That's what it was. We were about to start the first, like, real trial of the game. The first one is the tutorial one, and this is the real shit. This is the nitty-gritty right here. No help. Now, I mean, there will probably still be, like, 1 or 2 tutorials. I'm taking off my socks right now because my feet get hot. All right. That's where my feet escape. That's where my feet escape. That's where most of my heat escapes through my foot. All right. I think I've said this before. It escapes through my feet, so I gotta take off my socks. Anyway, let me get into the mood. The fucking the fucking music's got me going. It's got me going. Let's do this. All right. I'm gonna take a drink of water first. I'll take a drink of water first. Hold on. All right. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. God, I don't remember her voice. It was something German. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant Maya Fey will find no escape from her guilt under my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? No, I'm not going to do it. You know what? I'm putting my arm down. I'm going to just put both arms on my controller. Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? I would hope so. Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? Well, that wasn't a question. That was just him saying that. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in the defense of themselves. You could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but it still goes on your permanent record. The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Oh, how foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. I like how I didn't give her father a German accent at all. And she just suddenly has one. Witness, your name and occupation.
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Yow!
Get to the point already. He literally, he got to the point. He got to the point of what you asked. What is your fucking deal? What is your problem? Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. This is a map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door is locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room.
What were they doing in there?
Well, I don't know if I could say it in front of polite company. They were channeling a spirit, sir.
Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor.
Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room.
And that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct?
Yeah. I mean, no. I don't like this.
I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over. But anyway, I mean, I'll give you a shot at least. So, how was the victim killed?
I was about to get to that. I mean, if you're gonna infer that that's when they found the body, you could probably infer that there were gunshots, whatever.
Stop wasting my time, then. Oh, I'm not doing it. I caught myself there. All right, here we go. Oh, shit. Okay, so we didn't even get to cross-examine that first one.
The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up shit. That's hardcore right there. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. I caught myself again.
This is the victim's autopsy report, sir.
Let me see that shit. Let me see that immediately. I want to read that right now. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. Why? But where's the knife? Exactly. Where is the knife? We don't know where the knife is, and what was the point of stabbing him or shooting him in the forehead if you stabbed him already, you know? You may question the witness. I didn't read that part. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see if there's anything that speaks out to me here. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. The shot was... So it wasn't the stabbing. Okay, the shot was fired at point-blank range. Okay, also, if you hear that, that's my washing machine. Again, after I've turned up my microphone to pick up, like, me from a further distance, it's probably going to pick that shit up, and it's very loud. So I apologize. Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause... Okay, not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used a pistol. Maybe that is, like, let me ask about the, let's see if he, like, stabbed. And what was he stabbed with?
A fruit knife.
There we go. Boom. There's the knife.
I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the Fae, sir. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it.
All over it, huh?
Well, she's guilty.
This does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix, Wright?
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death.
How severe was the wound?
Very severe. If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand.
His testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderers used the... Do we have anything here that's like... The shot was fired at point-blank range. Let me look at the, Maybe that? Let me press this real quick, because we know that there was like a bullet hole outside of that little screen. Point-blank, huh? So about how far away is that?
It's anywhere between 12...
No, that's not point-blank. I mean, no, that's actually closer. It was 8 inches above the ground. Never mind.
It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away.
And how do you know he was shot at point-blank? Tisk, tisk, tisk. I don't know how do you... That's it. Mr. Phoenix, Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Can you shut the fuck up? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn. Phoenix was a witness. Is he allowed to have this case? He technically wasn't a witness because he arrived there after the crime had been committed. I don't know. This game doesn't know laws, okay? This game doesn't know how laws work, I don't think. So, gunpowder burn. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet... I caught myself. Is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Phoenix, people don't typically learn or live after that. All right. Direct cause of death is a pistol shot to... Okay, let's press this. I think we just got to press this one around. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoes. Whose pistol was it?
It was the victim's.
The victim. Now, why would he have... Objection! Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faye's, were also on the grip, sir.
Oh no, she did it. She was the one.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
I walked right into her hands there.
You gonna press on this one, too?
Point blank. Oh, no, I already did this.
It's about to... We already asked this. We already asked this shit.
Alright, move on. Before he was shot, he was stabbed. The wound was very severe. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't press this one. Nope. I put my hand down. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot?
Yep. Sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion, too, pal.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I fucking hate this bitch. Alright.
Well, it's over. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence.
Murder weapon was grazed. 2 shots fired. Nobody mentioned 2 shots. Everybody said 1. Nobody has mentioned that second fucking shot. Murder weapon of small fruit life belongs to the Fays and bears Maya's fingerprints. Okay. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. The eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
That's quite true. This is exactly why our country only has one person decide who's innocent or guilty. It's a good idea. Clearly. I believe that it's an open and shut case, even though there were 2 gunshots. And we don't know about that second one yet. That's quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance.
It's a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Oh, yeah, let me... Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, let me just do that. Ooh. If we plead justified self-defense, we'd basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor,
have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Ow. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective!
Yes, sir.
Present a final portion of your testimony, the final strike.
Yes, sir. Now, see here, proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. And this is going to be just the piece of evidence that lets me prove something is wrong. Laws don't exist, exactly.
Sorry, pal, but there's a even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
So, well, okay, so hold on. I'm confused here. So, first of all, we got Dexter Morgan doing fucking blood splatters over here. He's like, okay, well, clearly he didn't stab the guy. Or, like, he's like, oh, it was clearly, he didn't fight back. You can tell by the blood splatter. Where's fucking Dokes to come in and say, shut the fuck up, Dexter? Like, where's that? Anyway. Second of all, if we had just changed our plea to justified self-defense, they would have immediately came out and said, oh, yeah, no, that's not true. He didn't fight back at all. By the way, we have evidence that he did not fight back. Like, are you fucking kidding me? There's a bullet hole in the sleeve? Where? I don't see that anywhere. Did it show it earlier? Do I have it yet? Hold on. No, I don't have it yet. I don't see it. Maybe it'll show it later. But yeah, like, you know, fucking... It's like, why would we have done that? When it was presented, there was a hole? Okay. Well, maybe that's our case then. But that would be also going to... never mind. But still, I'm just saying that, like, that was a trap. That was a design trap because they would immediately said, by the way, it wasn't self-defense.
So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Maya's costume added to the court record. Hold on, let's see. Because sometimes if you click on a piece of evidence, never mind. That's crazy. When it was printed, there was a hole on it, but there's no hole now.
All right, Mr. Wright.
Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? No, I believe you. I'm just saying I believe you. It's just weird that, like, it's not showing up now. Ha, what's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Yeah, because you can just make the rules. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Alright, let's do this. Incriminating evidence. I'm gonna fuck you up, Gumshoe.
Oh, please don't. I didn't do anything wrong.
As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked... Yeah. Without a doubt, was not fighting back. Let's press this. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't?
We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically.
We're in real trouble now, and there's a train outside, too. They really should move this courthouse away from train tracks. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. The bullet hole in the wall, that Von Karma. She thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. I think you're right, actually. I think it is the bullet hole in the wall. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was that. Okay, I want to go back to that. present this. Nope, music didn't stop. It's this one.
No, it's not. You're a fucking dumbass. Go away.
All right. What if it's got to be maybe the gun because it has 2 shots? Let's always press. We always got to press. If I fail it for like, you know, once, I'm just going to press around. We're going to press everything. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal.
Come now, Mr. Wright. There is no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Are you fucking kidding me? She's whipping people over here. She's just like, no, I'm not. I don't see a whip anywhere.
All right, just please stop glaring at me like that.
Press that. Here we go. Come on. Maya's costume.
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. How is the fucking the scary one? I don't know, bro. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered in blood. No, it's not. It could be tomato sauce. There's blood on the costume.
The lab results show that it is the victim's blood.
What? Why are they like, oh my god, it's the victim's blood? I can't believe that.
So there was blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence?
Well...
Objection! You're not allowed to say that! Fuck you! Oh my god. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to go down that line of questioning. If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
Yes, Miss Von Karma. Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
Now even the judge is on our side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Press further. Because I think you're right, it's the bullet hole. There's going to be a bullet hole. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. Wow, yeah, really. There must be something about this costume. What could it be? I don't know. I just have to look harder.
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
He's just like scared of Von Karma. He just like does it. He doesn't want to be whipped by her again. He's like,
there's no way for you to poke a hole in it. A bullet hole.
Looks like my time is about up. So about the costume, here's one little thing. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What? What are you talking about, pal?
Where's this problem you were talking about? See, they're all just scared of her. They're like stuttering. Where's this problem? Please don't do this. I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. It's way too long. This wouldn't fit that tiny little girl. Anyway, take that. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve. I'm not doing it because if I have my hand here, it's okay. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There was a tiny hole here. The hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly. He's like literally like up at the bench right now.
It smells like gunpowder. What the fuck is wrong? Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make from this is that it must be a bullet hole. I'm just gonna fucking say what I think it says. It's the same thing. It's just I get like stopped up when I'm like, there should be that word in there. I think it's what like for the limited amount of voice acting that I have done, and like from what I've like watched about voice acting, I think that's like a thing like voice actors and actors alone will do. Like they'll like read a script and put in words they think is more natural. And like when I'm doing it, that's what happens to me. I'm like, no, that doesn't sound good.
Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else, so you can present it. There you go, Phoenix. Little boy, good little boy. Oh, sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Oops.
Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more. Objection! How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on part of the police. No. What Prosecutor Von Kammer has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way! Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Are you fucking yes, sir, I guess, if I have to. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back.
I don't even know what to, like, do I present this? Okay, check for details. See, yeah, that's what I was like, sometimes it lets you do that. That's what I was wondering. But I can't present, like, did they not literally just say I can't present that? They were like, you can't do that, right? Like, did they not just say that? Okay, I guess I can. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, why the hell did you say my full name for? Having you call me by my full name's kind of a weird feeling.
You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Yeah, I did.
Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, it seems you're correct. Why did I have to prove that? Why did I have to prove that? I don't understand why I had to prove that.
If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
All right, the wind seems to be shifting. Ha. What is it with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Kammer?
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Yeah! Oh, now that you... Why, that's right.
Who did you whip there? Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No!
Well, yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
How so?
Yeah! Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, they can't constantly be doing this shit of like, by the way, there was more evidence. They're like, that's like so illegal on like so many levels. Like, right? Like, you can't just be like, whatever, man. I'm not even gonna, you know what? What am I gonna do? What can I do? It's a game. What can I do?
You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yeah! Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
And he's whipped, literally. What transpired?
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close. He missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
Okay, but that means he was fighting back.
The scenario you've put together does make sense. Yes, sir.
Or is it because he was disarmed? He didn't, like, they took the gun from him? Is that, like, not self-defense anymore? I think so. Like, if they're unarmed, I don't think that's self-defense. On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
It's a fucking bunch of dicks in this court, man. All right, let's see. What transpired? Let's do it.
During the channeling defense, of course, the victim used last restraint to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close. He missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Was there anything that he did after the fact? Oh, wait, and ended it? What about the fucking knife? No, the knife... When did they stab him?
course, the victim used... Oh, no, okay. Stabbed the victim in the chest, so of course the victim used last restraint. While they were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close. He missed. The men picked up on the... I'm going to press this one. Maya's never fired a gun before in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it, just by pulling the trigger.
Even me? I wonder. I wonder if I could shoot Francisca right now. Now do you understand? Von Kamma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Okay, so I think that means press around because I have to uncover it. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. And in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
Objection! You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Huh? When channeling with the Kurine channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurine channeling technique. Yeah! Like I said before, I am too perfect. Oh, where'd I get to?
About what you were talking about. I didn't quite get it.
Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. What?
Of course, the victim used eyes restrictive.
Oh, yeah, the Kurine channeling. Because he's seen it before. Because Maya's transformed into Mia in court, and he's just like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him.
But if you think about it, the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Yow! Sorry.
Okay. Well, it's horrifying. The victim took out his gun. Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day.
But a handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something?
When the victim took a shot, but they were too close, he missed.
So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Shit, this isn't good. Okay, so there's a contradiction in here somewhere. Why are they not wondering why the man went to the fucking black market? I don't know. I have no clue. What could be the contradiction here? See, like, I would think this. We have to present this at some point, but... Stabbed in the chest and shot at point blank. I'm probably registered around bullet hole. They were too close and they missed. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Belongs to face bears Myers' fingerprints. There's something here, man. There's something here, and I don't know what it is. Well, it's horrifying. The victim took out his gun. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. I would think it'd be this. I thought we'd maybe have evidence of, like... Oh, no, he did something else, you know? Like, there was something else that he did. Didn't the channeling defense force... Wait, don't we... Do we have, like, a report on the Kurine channeling technique, how they, like, can't move? They're like, knocked out? No. Okay. Well, it's like a profiles thing. I don't fucking know. 1 year ago was Eni's sister. Older sister Mimi died in a car accident. She's mother... no, nothing here. Okay. Of course, the victim used life to strength to fight back. Well, it's horrifying. The victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close. He missed. I don't know. I tried. Yeah, that's not right. I know.
I didn't do anything. What the fuck even is that? It's just a hole. Why do you care about it? Ooh.
God, man, I don't fucking know. Wouldn't there be more blood on this? If they stabbed him in the chest? Murder weapon, a small for knife, belongs to the phase. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. The defendant then picked up the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Two shots fired. Yeah, victim took a shot, but they were too close and he missed. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. I'm gonna try this. No. I thought there may be like there'd be more blood on a knife, you know, if like you stab someone with it in the chest. Also, I don't think you're making it through someone's sternum or like a rib cage with that fucking knife. The fucking fruit knife, I don't think you're doing that. Okay, I gotta save it. We're getting low on health. Here. I pressed all these, right? During the channeling, I pressed that. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close. Did I press this one? Was made then. I pressed this. The two of them were already fighting, so I'm glad you weren't hurt. Why is there no blood on the gun? I don't know if there'd be a blood splatter. Because I think the blood, they're saying that the blood was because of the stabbing. Not the shot. Not the gunshot. During a channeling. Died. I'm gonna try this, maybe, like, I was like, maybe this, like, proves that, like, oh, it wasn't too close, he could have easily made that shot.
I'm sorry, but you're really pushing, man.
Did I go, like, to the end to, like, see, his testimony certainly makes it look very bad, there's gotta be a contradiction there somewhere, and uncovering it is gonna uncover the truth. I don't fucking know. This is rough, man. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but they were too close. He missed. Oh god. Oh, I gotta click that link. I gotta click that fucking link. Oh shit. Hold on. There we go. So clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. They were too close. He missed. Then how did Maya do it? You know. I fucking lost. I don't want to see the game over. No, you know, I want to see what the game over is, actually.
Nope, that's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. The case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation. The court's finding Maya Fey guilty. Fuck her. She's dead. Send her to the electric chair.
The accused will surrender her to be held pending trial at a higher court. Well, they'll get her out in the higher court, then. They'll get her out in the higher court. That's what they'll do. Trust in the higher court. Wow, okay. Pfft, that was fucking sudden. All right. I don't know, man. Of course, okay. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but I feel like it's this. I feel like this is the one that we got to present on. Because, like, fucking Francisca sits there and is like does a ... afterwards. I feel like that's a hint that this is the one. But I don't know. The only thing I thought was like, okay, how was she able to make the shot at point blank then, but not him, you know? I'm an attorney. I'll win this case.
It really doesn't have anything to do with that.
Then the defendant picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. 2 shots fired, bears that. That checks out. Like, does that have anything to do with, like, the fucking, like, layout of the building? I'm gonna press around. I'm not gonna read them. I'm not gonna voice them. I'm just gonna read them normally. There's quite a difference in height and body strength. Okay, this was the Wright channeling technique one. So, I don't think there's anything to press here. Or anything to gain from this. I'm trying to just, like, get a hint on, like, what's going on here, you know. Of course, the victim used the lack of strength to fight back. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to get blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little dizzy. Maybe 10 times the dizziness. The victim took out his gun while he bought the gun off a fucking black market, but a handgun. Why was he taking precautions against something? I was fucking reaching there, dude. I was like, is it because like we want to show that hey, he thought something was gonna be like, you know, dangerous or something? Like, oh, he was prepared for something. What about the other one? No. Oh my god, dude. I don't want to have to look up a guide for this one, but I also don't want to be stuck here for fucking ever. Because I mean, I can't go here and present everything on everything, you know. There's nothing here to check that I haven't checked already. I've checked everything here. Let me just read the profiles one more time. Was arrested on suspicion of murder while channeling. Top-notch fighter, my mentor, forever friend. Charged with okay, no. His mother, Pearl. College student, older sister, Mimi, died in a car accident. Was Eni's older sister, nurse. Claims to be she lives in the next big scoop. The prodigy is never known defeat. Okay, nothing there then. Go over the autopsy. The autopsy, I can't check it. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. Not that. Is it like... Okay, maybe it's all... Okay, maybe it's literally... Maybe I was on the right train of thought with the knife not having a lot of blood. I was saying, like, the fucking outfit has too much blood. Like, you know... Why would, like, what, like, he would not have the strength to fire back, you know? What did they say? So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, I think that's what it was. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you were hurt. You weren't hurt. I think I'm gonna have to look it up, guys. I hate to do that, but I think I'm gonna have to look it up because this is bad. Okay, Phoenix, because I really just don't want to. Right, which one is this? Is Justice for All, or the other one, Trials and Tribulations? I think it's Justice for All. Case 2. This is Case 2 technically. 2-1. Hold on. What? That doesn't make any sense. This does not make any sense. But apparently this is what you have to do. Don't ask me. We'll figure out. I'm closing out and read ahead. I just said what to present here because I didn't want to fucking get answers for anything else, but this is fucking ridiculous. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing.
Eh? What do you mean, pal?
This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then why is there a gun? Oh, shit. That makes sense.
Gunpowder burn?
This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Oh!
But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. It's still a little bit of a stretch, though, because what am I supposed to know what gunpowder burn looks like?
That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean?
It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. Objection! I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of the fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How is that? Objection! No. As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Yeah, there's something... Well, wait, you think I'm going to say? Yeah, it does make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor.
Fatal? Flaw?
Yow! Very interesting. Oh, what the fuck was... Where did that come from? What was very interesting? What was that voice? Very interesting. I would love to see what this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. And there must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to this hole, to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Who? Where? What? How? When? Why?
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. These two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground.
Order! Order!
This changes everything. That does it? Her just squatting? Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Like right next to him, right? Somewhere around here.
What?
Uh-oh, the judge's face is like, I mean...
Well, I just realized something. What were you talking about? I don't know.
Okay, well, they said she was, like, crouching down. Then, like, what, like, right in front of it? Like, here? Oh, God, dude. I don't fucking know. Like, that bullet hole in the fucking screen was a shot in the damn dark. I didn't know I'd have to... Fuck. I can't save it either. Oh, man. What if I just point to there as well? He took a shot at her. Would she be like here? And this? Oh my god. Okay, he took the shot. Maybe just like right next to him. Literally just on him. Nope. I lost again. Dude, this is... I don't know, dude. Oh, I can't even pause it here. I have to fucking skip through this. Dude, I don't fucking know. What about where the altar was? I don't know. Would she be there? Man, I gotta like slowly read through all that shit again. I have to anyway, because my fucking save was back here. Fucking hell, man. Okay. Yeah, okay. During this handling, the victim took a shot, but they were too close and he missed. Present this. Okay, skip. Bop.
What are you talking about, pal? Oh, what the fuck is it? It's a shirt in the hole. That's crazy. Oh my god, that is crazy. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, it's a shirt, a hole in a shirt.
Oh, really? Yeah,
That's the wrong voice. There's not a single trace.
Oh my god, there's not a single trace of gunpowder. No, that's crazy. That's not very good. Oh man, what's going on?
Objection. No, fuck you. You're wrong. Haha. Yeah, I'm right. No, you're wrong. No. La. I can't hear you. Objection. You're a fucking child. Why are you saying that? I'm right. Haha. No, you're not. You're not right. Look at this. What about my explanation here?
Ooh, the explanation makes sense. Oh, doesn't it?
Concentrate there. So, no, it doesn't make sense. Then poo-poo. You can't get me. Hey, it's fatal flaw.
Oh, just fatal flaw. Just fatal flaw.
Yow, that hurt. What contradicts this line of thinking? This, the folding screen. All right, let me save it like here. So I don't have to go through all that again if I'd lose.
Big folding screen.
And no. That is what, who, what, when, where, are these two, the bullet went through? Okay, or here, this is closer to it. I'm worried I'm gonna, like, skip through it and not get, like, to a part where I can save it again. She was low to the ground. This changes everything. Oh, my God. Please look at the side. Okay. Was in this area. Behind the screen? Here. Okay, alright. That makes sense. Because, like, he was firing... Okay.
Behind the folding screen.
Yeah. The victim and his attacker were fighting, were they not? Then what would the attacker be doing all the way back there? Besides which, if the attacker was behind the folding screen, then how could the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible. Yeah, I guess so. I'm a moron.
Mr. Wright, you're a fucking loser.
I don't know, dude. Where was the defendant? All right, let's try the altar. You know what? Let's try it. Here. No. Of course, whoops. Okay, I'm just going to point to the victim and see what happens. It's probably going to be different lights. Like, that's where the victim was. That's what I forgot to brush my teeth. Dude, I don't fucking know. Oh, fuck. I should have fucking pressed options there. I was able to... I don't know. Like, where? If she's not in front of it and if she's not behind it, why would he have been shooting at that? I pointed initially where she was. During the channeling, she was right fucking in front of him. So I don't know. I don't know. Unless the V stands for violent attacker and not victim, and I'm supposed to point out where the victim was. I don't know. I don't know, man. This shit is fucking asinine. All right, I have to look up the guide again because I'm not wasting more fucking time on this shit. Choose. That's what I did. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna fucking lose it because that's where I chose. I fucking chose there. It says right in front of the bullet hole. That's where, did I not point? I was like pointing right here. So it has to be like right fucking here. She was standing here near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's where I thought she was. That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there'd be gunpowder burns present. However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you...
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing away from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
I mean, yeah, why was she away? Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. But if that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen?
Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike?
Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Oh yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job.
Oh, that's true.
All right, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the book. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Ugh, of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic?
How was it all my fault?
We could start repairing your standing by first removing that three-strand goatee. Damn, why'd you have to go after him like that? Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later.
But punishment?
Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lada.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess, go play kickball. After we reconvene, we'll hear from the next witness. I call the swings.
I made that exact same joke before, I'm pretty sure. Do it. Oh, it's different. I missed the da-da-da-da-da from the first game. I don't like that. That makes me angry. I don't like when change happens. June 21st, 11:37. Whew. That was a close one. I knew you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Where are we, fucking Texas? Jesus! I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. Phoenix, now is not the time to say that.
But you're wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone to believing you.
Tricked? Thanks. Wait, tricked?
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right?
By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of hair. Oh, I guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after you and haunt you.
Your sister?
Oh,
Are you talking about missing Mia?
yeah. Do you remember her, Pearlie? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. That was it? Cool. I forgot Pearl was here. Yeah, she ran all the way here.
Court will now reconvene. Now the first order of...
Yow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. She is totally a dominatrix. Like, oh my god.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. I fucking hate her face. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please.
Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
Just fine.
Sorry about this. I didn't exactly have a choice, you know.
Name and occupation.
I declare what in the tarnation. Hey, Judge, this here's violence against my fair self.
That's fine.
That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Yeah.
I like how she just goes, ah. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet.
The name's Lotta Hart. God damn it, now I'm saying. Paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay?
Oh, we are, Judge. We are. We're all one big happy family here. We all love each other.
Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was a dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. I swear on my life.
And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Reckon course?
Huh? Excuse me?
Reckon course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did.
Yeah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth will be in that picture.
Let's see here. Here's a picture.
Well, I mean, shit. Ain't looking good. I'll tell you that much. Trying to see if there's anything I can... Well, hold on a second. How is there a bullet... Peter Griffin death pose. How is there a bullet hole in the screen if there's a plant there? You know?
It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room.
A picture taken at the murder scene. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. I genuinely don't know what the hell I'm going to press on, though. Do I have my health back? Oh, fuck. Alright, let's save it then. Not good. Alright, only the doc and the defendant went in the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door. So was the victim around... I swear on those two, there's no one else in the room. So was the defendant. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door, we rushed in. We wait outside, and we hear bang and this gunshot. What about the second gunshot? The second one. Was it really only those two that went in? Objection! What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Meyer were the only two that went into the room.
Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client.
Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear?
But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you, witness? Continue. Alright, we were waiting outside, the bang. Was it really a gunshot? Objection! Are you insane? You must have heard it as well.
Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world just became a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now, this is where the story heats up. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there... Honestly, Phoenix, are you being fucking serious right now? This is ridiculous. Just present your stupid evidence so I can shoot it down. Okay, fine. Judge is smiling rather openly, and what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the defendant. Hold on, was it really just the defendant and the dead victim? Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awfully confident in her testimony. Press harder. Lotta, please, think back to that day one more time. Oh, what you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room?
I was murdered.
Click. Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, you see, oh shit. Caught her in it.
Order, Miss Hart. You are here to present your accurate
yeah, you want to try that again?
Sure, sorry.
You're here to present accurate testimony. There you go. Yeah, sorry. Good. This shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in.
It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly. Rats! I'm tracked like one. Again. Okay, I swear on those two there was no one else in the room. Let's press that. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure I am. But that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. Channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Is there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Wreck given. Huh? What in the... Wreck given, you know? You reckon that's a given? I took me a good look around the room once, but there ain't no way anyone was hiding out behind that folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart.
What? You got a problem? Wreck given. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as wreck and given and so forth. Yow! Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Just as I thought, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth.
Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony.
At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. I know where this is getting. This is getting at there couldn't have been anybody else in the room, but we knew for a fact that the key, Pearl had it. So she had the key, so somebody could have gotten in there. The face of the defendant
Cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant.
What am I going to do if I just let this go?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Let me save. It looks like you've got something to say.
I got something to say. It's better burn out and fade away.
If I make one wrong move and have the judge against me, is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in this photo? Not really, no. There's a second photo, well, Mr. Wright. Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should have given up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument.
That's enough.
Is this it? Is this all I could do?
I think it is quite obvious this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible.
There was a second photo! I told you, totally, 100% impossible.
Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
What about the defense? No further questions, I presume?
I couldn't protect Maya. The defense... Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia. Oh, shit! I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Pearls, her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. Maya, or Mia, you really need to, like, get a towel or something. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! Click. There was 2 photos. I fucking knew it. There was a second goddamn photo.
I was murdered.
Why is Pearl on the stand? I don't know. She was here. I guess she ran out. I don't know.
Click.
Lotta, at a time like this, times like shots. You see, there's one final piece to this puzzle. Mia, question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully.
Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period.
Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time.
Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated questioning...
Yeah! It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But, I mean, I have some place I must go after this. I was gonna get some head... Oh! All right, I'll allow it. Just whips out of our schnookums. I'm gonna be late, I'm sorry. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony.
Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See? You got through to the judge somehow, right? I think Francisca did. Well, actually, it was more Von Karma's wit that got through to him. Wait, this is account part 2. Okay, here we go. When he broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Are you a paranormal photographer? Investigative photographer, wow. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. A shot?
Nothing sounds different from before.
Some parts of her testimony were very vague. Should pressure on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Okay. Let's do this. It's gotta be that, like, second one, right? Or not second one. It's gotta be the last one, because, like, I still managed to point my camera, because there was 2 pictures. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots.
But only one has been submitted as evidence.
Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding? Yeah, bitch. Whip it out. Come on. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I could be a little mean, but I ain't evil. At least she knows herself.
Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet?
Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. That's totally legal. What? Von Karma! That's totally legal. Everybody can do that.
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence?
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father. The judge won't do it. The judge is a bitch, bro. I'm fucking gonna confront her. The judge will not do it, alright? I'm confronting her. Your Honor, the defense asked the prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Well, yes. No, apparently.
Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you think... The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it so badly, I'll submit it. Wow, it was that hard. It was so hard. It was so hard, wasn't it? Yeah, that's Maya Fey.
What is this? What is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took the day at the crime scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. The one, okay, like, even if it was Maya's face, like, even if it was somehow Maya's face, right? Tell me right now how this wouldn't have, like, won her the case. Because the whole point of contention was, we can't tell if it's Maya Fey, but we're just going to assume it is. It's a little bit off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. Even he's like, that's not Maya. Who the fuck is that? What is the meaning of this?
This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist the person in this picture is not Maya? Drop the F. Fine. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in this picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I see that. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn, then. And somehow this other person snuck in and... Oh, let's not go that far, Phoenix.
Order, order, order! Well, yes, I believe you're correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix, Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for this for you to take a look at this picture. Where'd you get that? This was taken yesterday at the detention center visitor's room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. She literally has evidence right across the courtroom of this happening. That's not a little girl anymore. Did anyone not see the little girl outside that looked like that? Look at her rack. That is not a little girl anymore.
It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that this picture cannot be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture in the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind.
Holy shit.
I don't even have a single witty line. It looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? I think I can prove it. Your Honor.
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
Yeah, that's why I'm like wondering, like, well, no, okay, this picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to the testimony up until now. Oh, there's no bullet hole. Oh, okay, fuck. I was like tripping. I was like, what is it? But him saying within this picture, there's no bullet hole in the fucking thing.
A contradiction.
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out what is exactly so strange about this picture, you dumbass? Please direct your attention here.
To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well.
Miss Von Karma, you
intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence.
You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
All right, this should do some major damage to our argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. This bitch, man, come on! She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed a bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case.
I see.
She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything, the bullet hole, the picture, everything. But she can't prove that. Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I mean, as much as I'm like gonna like, I hate her for doing this. Like, at the same time, her like argument makes sense. Like, how the fuck did the police not see the bullet hole? You know, I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after that shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, all right? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The bullet hole was made later. This picture is a fake. The shooter is someone else. The picture's not a fake. We know that. The shooting couldn't have happened later. We were there. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What?
Order! 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 If order is not restored, I will submit this trial. Yow! Rami!
The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please, enlighten us. Hey, witness.
Yeah!
What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't you say you... Ah! I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Where did this defendant vanish to? Where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in... Oh, you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that, either one of those contradictions were true.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with.
I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling room is third person entered it, Maya had left the room, something I can't explain yet. It's the key. It's clearly the key. I'm going to prove it with the key. But I don't know if it's... Maya had entered or Maya had left the room. Maya didn't leave the room. We would have seen her. We waited outside. It's got to be a third person that entered it. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. Please take a good look at this. Okay. I've already seen it. And what is the purpose of this? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you know what you're actually doing. Oh, I think this course would be sawing at you, Mr. Wright. Ouch, that stung. Think it over again. I think, okay, let's say Maya left. Because we don't have to say that, hey, you know, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how foolish fool. Maya Fey was being looked after by her Aunt Morgan Fey. The chance really is lower than the detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove the murder until the time of the rest had left the room. Okay, yeah, sorry. I should have read through that, but I thought I was wrong. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get that door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at her on her at the time of her arrest. Ah! Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. The one right next to me. She's little? Oh my god, what are they putting in the water? And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! That's it. We did it, boys. We got a second day at least. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, if this person the defendant or not, the defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet. Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. You shouldn't say that in front of me. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Damn. June 21st, 1:32 p.m. District Court Lobby 3. Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? And that's a good place to stop for now, because we got a second day. Second investigation day. And we'll find out next time. Fuck me, that's not the right one. We'll find out next time what exactly happened. Probably not. There's probably 3 trial days if I had to guess. I don't know. Second day, there could be 3. 3 is the max, if I remember correctly. They will not let the trials go beyond 3 days. So if it goes beyond there, we're screwed. But anyway, that'll be it for tonight, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a follow, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.